The president of the West African Association for Cross-Border Trade, Salami Bashir, has called on the government to address the issue of insecurity as it remains one of the challenges faced in the cross-border trade in the West African sub-region. Bashir made the call at the workshop on cross-border trade in West Africa sub-region themed Prospect, Challenges and the Way Forward. It was organized by the Center for Promotion of Private Enterprise in Lagos. It described the insecurity of cross-borders as poverty, injustice, as lack of infrastructure facilities remain one of the issues creating problems in the country. He also admonished leaders to take action towards resolving these issues. On his part, the CEO of the CCPE, Dr. Muda Yusuf, said many organizations in the sector are confined to their individual countries and therefore called that the perspective be worked upon. Yusuf urged both the public and private sector organization in the continent to have a common goal as he admonished political leaders to demonstrate better political will and commitment to the economy.
Well, the whole idea of this is to generate the issues. It is the issues from evidence that will enable us to engage in more effective advocacy. Because the whole essence of this is to have evidence-based advocacy. Now that we are speaking to the stakeholders and we know what the issues are, we'll use that as a basis for engagement with all the critical policymakers. That is the whole essence of this.
Customs, that is the full automation of our processes from back to back, and in the course of implementing the e-customs, we're going to have scanners deployed to all the border stations and all the land borders so as to facilitate trade. Lack of infrastructural development, most of our roads, especially the Lagos-Abidjan corridor, is being developed. So we are working on it. With infrastructural development, all this will be achieved.
The issue of insecurity is injustice. When I'm talking about injustice, I'm talking about poverty. This is a part of those problems creating insecurity. That is number one. Number two, the border community is not carried along. You don't talk about policy when you don't involve the border community. So the border community had to be involved.